Meet you. My name is teacher Natasha, and can I ask how old are you?
I'm 13.
You are 13.
Yeah,
Okay, and where are you from?
I'm from Hanoi.
Hanoi. Okay, is that not the capital of Vietnam? Or is it Ho Chi
Yeah,
Minh?
yeah,
Yes. Okay. All right. I am from South Africa. It's very nice to meet you. And yes, so are you ready and excited to start today's class?
yeah.
Yes, okay, so let's get started. Our lesson today is going to be about I want to be an environmental engineer when I grow up. So, as it mentions, we're going to focus a bit on jobs as well for today. Right, but before we start, let's go to our next slide here. So, before we start, we are just going to do a bit of recap about what you did in your previous lesson, okay? So, we are going to fill in those missing words in the sentences and then we are going to read them out loud, okay? So, we have where is the oh no, we don't have it here. Okay, let me quickly write it here. So we have surfing or surfboarding, surfing or surfboarding. That is one of the options there. Then we have coach and dormitory. Do you know what is a dormitory?
It's like something for college students to live.
Yeah, so they have like a specific, I would almost say, building where all of the students live on campus instead of going home, because sometimes they have the university that's very far away from where they live. Then we have university, and lastly, we have furniture. Okay, so those are the words that we're going to complete. So, number one, which dot will you go to after high school graduation?
I think it's university.
Yes, great job. So, it is indeed university. Number two, that bed is a good piece of what?
Furniture.
Yes, excellent. Furniture. Number three, to do dot, you use a board to write on the waves.
Surfing or surfboarding.
Yes, surfing or surfboarding, but we'll just say surfing for now. Okay. Number four, the dot trains players in a sports team.
The coach trains players in the sports team.
Yes, great job. Good pronunciation as well. And lastly, he will live in the college dot next year.
Dormitory next year.
Yes, dormitory. Dormitory. Okay, well done. Ooh, what is going on with my spelling today? There we go. All right, well done, sweetie. I'm so proud of you. Let me give you a sticker here. Which one would you like, sweetie? You can choose 30 stickers. There's 30, yes. Can you see the stickers?
No.
Okay, let's try again here. Okay, can you see them now?
No.
What? That is very strange. Okay, let's try one more time. If it doesn't work, then we'll continue here. Can you see them now?
No.
Okay, well, that's so weird. Oh, I'm so bummed. I wanted to give you a sticker. There's lots to choose from. Sorry about that, sweetie. All right, but let's continue to our next slide, number three. So very important. Here we are going to focus now on the jobs, like I've mentioned. So there are different kinds of jobs all over the world, and I'm quickly going to share my screen, and we're going to listen to a video that also explains them in detail. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I just want to make sure. Can you see my video?
Yes.
Okay, great. So let's quickly listen here.
Hi everybody, my name is Will and I'm a Senior Environmental Engineer and I'm glad to take part in the career day here. Today I'd like to talk a bit about being an environmental engineer. Well, my job is to find solutions to environmental problems such as pollution or climate change. For example, right now I am working to help the government to clean up all the polluted lakes in our city. After the project is done, the water should be clean enough that you can even drink from these lakes. To do this job well, you'll need a good knowledge of engineering, soil science, biology, and even chemistry. What is the best thing about my job? I think it's that I'm doing something that protects the environment's health and that keeps us all healthy too.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. I'm a veterinarian, or a vet. So what does a vet do? Basically, a vet is a doctor for animals. As for me, I mostly treat pets such as dogs, cats, and birds sometimes. But vets do more than that. They are also doctors for horses, cows, or even zoo animals such as tigers, snakes, and more. Is it hard to become a veterinarian? Yes and no. A vet is a doctor, so becoming a vet requires a lot of training. Normally, after a student graduates from high school, we will enter college for 4 years, and then we can start working. But vet school requires students to complete another 4 years of study. And to apply for vet school, our academic performance should be excellent, or in other words, we should get straight A's. But all will be a piece of cake if we love animals. I personally love it when I can help sick animals or one that has been hurt to make them feel better and get well. That's the best part of the job.
Hello everyone, my name is Alex and I'm currently working as an author. My writing career started quite early when I was a teen, just like you. I got my first book published when I was 15. When I was young, I really liked writing, especially journals. I wrote about things happening around me and my experiences. One day, a speaker came to my high school and shared about his book, and that totally blew me away. I thought, being a writer is so cool, and from that moment, I decided that's what I wanted to do. When you're a writer, you spend most of your time working alone, unlike other jobs where you go out and interact with others. Well, you don't need to go to a university to become a writer. However, you need to read, to watch, to listen, and to observe. Everything and anything can be invaluable to your writing.
Hi, my name is Susan Fonda. I'm happy to be here sharing with you about my career story. Since I was a little kid, I have always loved art, and it was my favorite subject at school. Back then, I wanted to work as an artist, and now I am, as a wedding and lifestyle photographer and a businesswoman as well. I have a company called Elisa Photographer. Unlike other jobs which have a typical workday, like a receptionist or a teacher, I don't have one. Every day I wake up, there's a new thing to do. Some days, I'll be out for shooting. The other days, I'll be at home editing sessions. That's why I never get bored in my job, and I love it.
All right. Okay. So that was just a video to describe all the different jobs that we have and what is out there. And also they shared their passion for their jobs, because most importantly, when you have a job, you need to be passionate, because then you don't have to work a day in your life. Like me, I love teaching. It's one of my favorite things to do to help children develop as well. Now, based on the video that we have watched now, we are going to identify these hats in the picture and what type of job requires to wear these hats. So for the first picture, what job do you think will this be used for?
I think it's for doctors who use for some surgeries or something.
Yes, for the surgeries. Yes, well done, a doctor. And what about the second one here?
The chefs,
Yes, a chef. And then we have a what?
firefighter,
Yes, well done, a firefighter. Actually, that is two words for a fighter. And lastly, the last picture?
it's a police.
Yes, for the police. Excellent. All right. Well done, sweetie. Let's go to our next slide, number 4 here. Now we are going to learn some new vocabulary. So I want you to repeat after me. So we have career day.
Career day,
Excellent. Environmental engineer.
environmental engineer,
Yes, great pronunciation. Veterinarian.
veterinarian,
Yes. Secretary.
secretary,
Excellent. Let's go to the next one. And there's also a few here. Mechanic.
mechanic,
Yes. Receptionist.
receptionist,
Yes. Businesswoman.
woman,
Yes. And lastly is occupation.
occupation.
Excellent. Okay, so these words also describe what they do. So that is the words that we use for a certain position for a job. But can you tell me, what is occupation? What does that mean?
I'm not really sure.
Okay, so the occupation we also refer to as a job. So when someone asks you, what is your occupation? They ask you, what work do you do? So my occupation is I'm a teacher. And let's say my mom's occupation is she is a nurse. So it's also another phrase that we can use to ask someone what they do for a living. Okay, right, but let's go to our next slide here, number 6. Okay, so based on the jobs that we did with the new vocabulary, we are going to put them here in the missing words. So it's the receptionist, businesswoman, etc. that we have learned just now. Okay, so my friend works as a dot for a big company. She meets and talks to new people every day. So what type of job do you think that is?
I think it's the receptionist.
Yes, great job. It is indeed a receptionist. Well done. Number 2. I want to become a successful dot one day. I will build my own company and travel around the world.
I think it's the businesswoman.
Yes, great job, says the businesswoman. Okay, number 3. My dad is a dot. He loves animals.
It's a veterinarian.
Veterinarian. Okay, veterinarian. Great job. Number 4. My brother is a good dot. He has his own repair shop.
I think it's the mechanic.
Yes, it is indeed the mechanic. Well done. Oh, goodness. Okay. Number 5. Go to the dot to find out more about your dream job.
I think it's the career day.
Yes, it is indeed the career day. Right, number 6. I didn't get to talk to him yesterday, and his dot told me that he would be gone for a whole week.
The secretary.
Yes, the secretary. Well done. Okay. Number 7, please fill in your name, age, and dot.
And occupation.
Great job. Occupation. Okay. And then the last one.
It's environmental engineering.
Yes, very smart. Well done. So it is indeed the environmental engineer. Well done. Great job, sweetie. I'm very proud of you. Well done. Okay, let's go to our next slide, number 7 here. So very important. We're going to focus on the collocation focus. So that refers to daily phrases that we use that is going to be linked with the jobs. Okay, so we use to do well. Okay, what do you think that means, to do well?
Some person do something well.
And they are also very successful, because if you do something well, then that means you're good at your job and you are successful as well. To become a veterinarian refers to you want to start in that type of occupation. So that is something that you strive towards to become one day. Okay. 3, to work as a receptionist. So that also indicates that you are going to go into that field and you're going to start to work as a receptionist. Okay. Then to look for a job. So that refers to, like it mentions in the name. So you're trying to look for what you want to become. It doesn't necessarily have to be what you want to become. Also, when you're done graduating from school, usually they start with a small work. For instance, they work at a coffee shop to build experience, or if you want to go in a corporate way, then they will try and find a work in that, or a job in that type of education or type of occupation. All right, last one is a full-time job. Now I want to ask you as well, what do you think a full-time job refers to?
I think it's the job that requires you to work like all in the.
Yes, it does, but also a certain job refers to a certain amount of hours you need to work. So a full-time job refers to between 32 to 40 hours of work within a week. But like you've mentioned, sometimes, for instance, the corporate occupation, they do tend to also work during the weekends, because there's a lot of work that they need to do, deadlines, meetings, etc. But it doesn't refer to all of the occupation, all of the jobs out there as well. Okay, so those are the phrases that we use when we refer to jobs or occupation. Okay. Let's go to our next slide here, number 8. So do you understand everything so far? Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, all right. So now we're going to fill in the blanks with also the correct words, but it is in regards to the occupation, but it is to complete the sentences so it can be completed here. Let me give you an example. So the first one, I want to dot a secretary one day. So I want to become a secretary one day. So here we're going to say that. Okay. 2, you can dot for a part-time job in coffee shops and restaurants.
It's you can look for a part-time job, a coffee shop
Yes.
and restaurants.
Great job. So you can look for a part-time job. Number 3, if you want to dot well in university, you need to self-study a lot.
If you want to do well in university, you need to self-study a lot.
Yes, great job. Okay. 4, my dad uses to dot as a mechanic.
I used to work as a mechanic.
Yes, well done. So he uses to work as a mechanic. And lastly, you need to work for longer hours if you have a dot job.
A full-time job.
Yes, a full-time job. Excellent. Do you know what you want to become one day, or are you still a bit unsure?
I'm not sure.
Yes, but there's a lot of time for you to figure that out. All right, but well done, sweetie. Let's go to our next slide, number 9 here. Now, very important, we're going to look at the pictures. So as you can see, there is a picture of a dog, a car that is broken down, and a cat that looks like is screaming, please get me out of the tree. Okay, so at the bottom, we have the people that will help these certain scenarios. So I'm going to give you whiteboard access here, and I want you to draw the lines to the people that will help them in these situations. So who's going to help the dog? Yes, great job. Broken car, yes. And the firefighter, well done. So if there is something wrong with an animal, we go to the veterinarian or the vet. If you have a broken down car or problems with your car, we can call a repairman or a towman, depending what situation your car is in. And exactly as mentioned here, if there is a cat or anything stuck in a tree, we always call the firefighter, because they have long ladders that will help them to get to that point to help the cats. Okay, well done, Celia. I'm very proud of you. Okay. For our next slide here, very important, we're going to focus on some grammar. So we're going to focus on how to talk about the future. So what phrases do we use when we talk about the future? Do you know?
Like will or going to.
Yes, that is exactly that. So we either use will or be going to, depending on the sentence structure as well. And also we use time expressions. Can you give me an example of a time expression?
Last month, next month, next year, last year.
Yes, exactly like that. Okay, great job. I'm quickly going to share my screen and we are quickly going to listen to that here as well. Let me quickly share.
All right.
Okay, just want to make sure. Can you see my video?
Yeah.
Okay, let's listen here.
Moving on to next grammar points. We're going to learn some paraphrase and structures that signal the future. Before going into more details, let's take a look at this conversation.
Will you join the job workshop at our school next week?
I'm not so sure. I'm going to have a French test the day after that. Anyway, do you have any ideas what we'll do there?
I have never joined such an event before. I guess it's an event to have some ideas about our future career. Perhaps some local employers will come and give some speeches about job opportunities, and then we can ask some questions if we're interested in it.
Oh, I see. What do you plan to do in the future?
Well, when I grow up, I want to become an engineer. And you?
I think I will become a lawyer. I think it's an interesting job.
In the conversation, besides using will and be going to, the two teens also used some other structures or phrases to talk about future plans. Can you see the structures in bold? When the girl says, plan to do something, it means she intends to do something. When the boy says, when I grow up, he refers to a future situation after he turned 18. When the girl says, I think, she refers to a future event that just comes across her mind at the moment of speaking. And after saying this, she should use the simple future to express what happens next.
Okay, so that was just a bit more in detail of the phrases that we use when we talk about the future. Okay, so not only do we use will and be going to, we can also, like she refers to, I plan to, or I intend is also another one. I intend to become a receptionist or so forth. Okay, so that is how we plan about or talk about the future. Okay, now for our next slide, we are also going to complete the words or complete the sentences with the missing words. So number one, Lucy dot become a mechanic when she was still in high school.
Lucy planned to become a
Yes.
mechanic when she was still in high school.
Yes, great job. So that is planned too. Number two, I believe that she dot become a successful businesswoman.
I believe she will become a successful businesswoman.
Yes, great job. So I or she will. Three, I think Peter dot follow in his father's footsteps and became a scientist. He has a great passion for arts instead.
I think it will be won't.
Yes, that will be won't indeed. So I think Peter won't follow in his father's footsteps and become a scientist. Okay. Number four, dot, I want to be someone who can help many people, such as a doctor or a firefighter.
In the future, I think.
Okay, that can also work in the future. And we can also say when I grow up, or we can say in the future. Okay,
Yeah.
but it just sounds a bit more better when we say, when I grow up, I want to be someone who helped many people, such as a doctor or a firefighter, instead of in the future. But that can also work. It's just about the pronunciation and the sentence structure that depends. Okay. Number five, Lily has planned for her career path since she was young. She dot to apply for a scholarship at a vet school.
I think she's going to.
Yes, so she is going to apply. Well done. Let's just move that up a bit. There we go. Number six, I think I dot be a writer one day.
I think I will be a writer one day.
Yes, great job, Siri. So I think I will be a writer one day. Seven, do you dot join the job fair this weekend? Your favorite film director, Christopher Nolan, will be there.
Do you plan to join the
Yes.
job weekend?
Great job. So do you plan to join the job fair this weekend? Last one. She has no ideas what she wants to do. Dot.
When she grows.
Yes, so when she grows full stop. Great job, sweetie. I'm very proud of you. Well done. All right, let's go to our next slide, number 12 here. So now, before we continue, we're going to focus a bit on conditional sentences, okay? So before we start, can you tell me how many conditionals do you know, or how many conditional sentences do you know?
I'm not sure. There's them.
Yes. Okay. So there is a lot, but we're going to focus today on 2. Okay. But I'm not going to tell you those 2. I'm going to ask some questions after this slide here. So let me quickly share my video. Okay. Just want to make sure. Can you see my video?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Let's continue.
That's how we use several phrases and structures to talk about future events. Now, we're going to learn a new structure that can be used to talk about job requirements or what may happen under a certain condition. Let's take a look at these sentences. Can you tell me in each sentence which clause is referring to a condition and which clause is referring to a result when that condition is met? Well, clause 1 in sentence number 1 and clause 2 in sentence number 2 are referring to the condition. And clause 2 in sentence number 1 and clause 1 in sentence number 2 are referring to the result when those conditions are met. For example, if we don't like animals, or if I haven't heard any news from him, it's a different story. To sum up, conditional structures describe a condition and its result. A conditional always has 2 clauses, the if clause, where we describe the condition, and the result clause, where we describe the result. To make people pay attention to the condition, put your if clause at the beginning of the sentence, then add a comma, then add the result clause. To make people pay attention to the result, put the result clause first, then add the if clause. You don't need any comma in this case. We can use conditionals to talk about real, imaginary situations at present, or even situations that didn't actually take place in the past. But in today's lesson, we'll focus on the 2 types of conditionals. They are the zero conditional and the first conditional. First, let's talk about the usage. Zero conditional is often used to talk about something that is generally true, facts, or laws. For example, if we don't have enough sleep, we get tired. First conditional is used to talk about a condition in the present that can lead to a result in the future. For example, if I study hard enough, I will get better grades in the next test. What about the tenses in each clause of the conditionals? Zero conditional mainly talks about facts, so the tenses used in 2 clauses are simple present tense. For example, if you mixed blue and yellow, you get green. Or if I drink too much coffee, I can't sleep at night. When can also replace if in this type of conditional and the meaning stays the same. First conditional is used for future situations that the speaker believes is possible. So, in the if clause, the tense will be simple present, but in the main clause or result clause, it should be simple future. For example, if Mike finishes his work early, he will come to the party. Or if you're patient, you will be suitable for the job. Take a look at the structures and note it down if you need to.
Right, I just want to make sure, would you like me to pause for a minute so you can make notes?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want me to go back or just a little bit?
It's okay. It's okay. I'm done.
Okay, all right. So that is just a video that explained the zero conditional and the first conditional. There are more, but that is our main focus for today. So for any type of conditional sentence, there are 2 clauses, okay, like she's mentioned. So a conditional clause, there is a clause that indicates the condition and the other clause that shows the result when the condition is met. Let's focus here on this example here. So if you want to become a vet in the future, you need to, let's say, love animals. Okay, so there are 2 clauses in this sentence. Which one is the condition and which one is the result?
If you want to become a vet in the future, is the if clause, and you need to love animals is the result clause.
Yes, that is the result. Well done. Okay, let's go to our next slide and let's put that in focus as well. So now we are going to focus on the words and we are going to correct it here. Okay, so let me quickly see here. So let me just go to the slide. There we go. If Jackson follow in his mom's footsteps, he will become a hotel manager. So based on that sentence, which one is the condition clause and which one is the result clause?
If Jackson in his mom's footsteps is the clause, and he will become a hotel manager is the result clause.
Yes, great job. And also, is this a zero conditional sentence or is it a first conditional sentence?
I think it's the zero conditional.
Okay, almost, because like they mentioned in the previous video, so a zero conditional clause refers to something that will happen in the future. So it will be future tense. But in a conditional sentence, the condition will be the present tense and then the result will be the future tense. So if Jackson follow, so that's present tense, in his mom's footsteps, he will, that's future, become a hotel manager. So here it's going to be the first conditional, okay, sentence. Okay, number 2. Let me know if she call you. What is that? Is that a zero conditional or is that a first conditional?
I think it's the zero conditional.
Yes, and why the zero conditional?
Because she will definitely call me if she calls.
Yes, that is very true. So she will definitely let her know. So that is something that will happen. It's not happened yet, but it is going to happen. Okay, so that is why it's a zero conditional sentence. 3, if it doesn't rain today, I join the job fair. Which one is that?
It's the first conditional.
Okay, all right. And why is it the first conditional?
Because we are not sure if it's rain today.
Yes, so present. If it doesn't rain today, I will join the job fair. Yes, and here also the next one should be calls. I actually missed that there. So calls. So will join the job fair. So that is the first conditional because it is present in the first and then future in the second part. So that is the first conditional sentence. Okay. Number 4, I hang not out if I don't finish my homework. Let's first change that. So if I hang not, what does that change to?
I won't hang out.
Okay, so I will not hang out if I don't finish my homework. So number 4, is that a first conditional or a zero conditional?
It's the first conditional.
Yes, and why is it the first conditional?
Because therefore, if I finish my homework.
Yes, okay, and also it uses the simple future tense in the result clause as well. So there, I will not hang out. Okay, number 5, I will probably apply for a part-time job at the school library if I have free time. So that changes to have. So what type of sentence is that one?
I think it's first conditional.
Yes, the first conditional. Also, I'm also going to explain why. So here it is the simple present tense in the if clause, and the pronoun I goes with have. So that is why it doesn't change at all. It stays that have. So that is also the first conditional. Okay, well done, Suri. Then number 6, if I become a doctor, I will work my best to help my patient. So that also stays the same. So if I become. Okay, so what sentence is that?
It's the first conditional.
Yes, it is indeed the first conditional. Oh goodness, no, I can't stop. First conditional. And also, the reason why this sentence is a first conditional is we also use the simple present tense in the if clause, and very important, the pronoun I goes with the bare infinitives here as well. Okay, so I become. Okay, number 7, if you don't water the plants regularly, they die. What is that going to change to die?
Will die.
Yes, will die. Great job. And what conditional is that one?
It's the zero conditional.
Yes, well done, Suri. It is indeed the zero conditional. Okay, it is the zero conditional because it uses the simple present tense in both clauses. Okay, because the pronoun they goes with plural verb, so there's the future in both clauses, not just one. Number 8, last one. Please send me a message if you pass the job interview. So that's not going to change. It's still going to be the same. So send. So please send me a message if you pass the job interview. What clause or what conditional is that?
It's zero conditional.
Yes, it is indeed a zero conditional because once again, they use the present tense in both clauses after please. The verb is in its bare form. So that one is also the zero conditional. Okay, great job, sweetie. Do you have any questions for me so far?
Maybe no.
Okay, all right. Do you understand the difference between a first and a zero conditional?
Yes.
Okay, great. Let's go to our next slide, number 14 here. Okay, so here we're going to wrap up our grammar. So here we are going to have a sentence and we are going to try and complete it with the words in brackets. You cannot do this job if you have not a degree in engineering. Have not is going to change to what?
Have not is going to change to if you maybe just have, you don't have.
Yes, don't have or do not have. Well done. If you do not have a degree in engineering. Number 2, he has always known that he will become an environmental engineer. He study in environmental engineering next year. What is study going to change to?
It's going to study.
Yes, well done. Is going to study. Okay, let me just break that there. Okay, so if he is going to study in environmental engineering next year. 3, if you do well in your job, you get a raise. What is do going to change to? This is a trick question.
Maybe it's still do.
Yes, well done. It doesn't change at all, so it stays do. Well done. Number 4, if I think he be a great veterinarian one day. He is always gentle with animals. What changes from be to?
Will be.
Yes, well done, sweetie. I'm so proud of you. So will be a great veterinarian one day. Number 5, if he become a doctor, his mum will be very happy. What does become change to?
Becomes with an S.
Yes, just adding an S. So if he becomes a doctor, well done. Number 6, she supports always you, even if you decide not to take over the family business. What does support always? How does that change?
Will always support.
Yes, will always support you, even if you decide to take over the family business. 7, she plans study abroad after her high school graduation. What does study change to?
She plans to study abroad after her high school graduation.
Yes, great job. So it's to study. And the last one, if the position becomes available, Ryan, apply for it. What does apply change to?
Change to if the position becomes available, Ryan will apply for it.
Yes, she or he will apply for it. Great job, sweetie. I'm very proud of you. You got all of them correct. Well done. Right, let's go with our last slide for today, number 15. So this is an email from Anita to Sasha. Okay, so we are going to complete these sentences here, and then I'm going to ask that you read it out loud for me for our last part. Okay. Hello, Sasha. I'm excited to tell you about my internship. It's an internship that every second year student in my major to do.
Has to do.
Yes, great job. Has to do. I am working an intern environmental engineer in a company.
I am working as an intern environmental engineer.
Yes, in a company. Yes, in a company near my house. The first day a bit scary.
Was a bit scary.
Yes, was a bit scary. Luckily, my mentor, Mrs. Blair, is very nice. First, she shows me around and introduced me to everyone. Then she assigned me with tasks for the week. If I do in my job, if I do
well in my job.
Yes, if I do well in my job, they offer me an official position.
they will offer me an official position.
Yes, well done, sweetie. Okay, so for our last part here, I quickly want you to read this email for me.
I'm excited to tell you about my internship. It's an internship that every second year student in my major has to do. I'm working as an environmental engineer in a company that is near my house. The first day was a bit scary. Luckily, my mentor, Ms. Bayer, was nice. First, she showed me around and introduced me to everyone. Then, she assigned me with tasks for the week. If I do well, they will offer me an official position. I really hope that will happen. How are things with you? Write me soon. Anita.
Great job. Okay, I just want to go back on one word here. So how we pronounce it is official. Official.
Official.
Yes, official position. All right, well done, sweetie. So that is then everything for our lesson today. Do you have any questions for me?
Maybe no.
Okay, all right. Well, I just want to say thank you so much. You did a great job, good reading, good pronunciation, and I didn't notice anything that you're struggling with. So overall, a great job. I hope you have a lovely day, and until we see each other next time. Okay, bye, sweetie. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.